I haven't watched the Joshua Fluke. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't watched the Joshua Fluke video in a long time. We can check him out. He's been like running this grind for fucking years at this point. Well, let's go. Oldest. Ha! He used to do WoW content. Wait, I didn't know that. I didn't know he'd been around for that long. Yeah, after he started doing dev content stuff, when did he start complaining about the business industry? I think I found his channel somewhere around here, actually. I think maybe like 6 or so years ago is probably when he started complaining about stuff. Yeah, somewhere around this point is when he started complaining about stuff. Anyway, welcome to Pay to Work. You've probably seen all of the issues with AI systems being used to create resumes, and then resumes being filtered by AI systems, and then filtering going into filtering, and unfill is a big mess. So why did you just get people to pay? And then you eliminate the nonsense. Seems like a plan.
Entry-level jobs in the near future will be where the young employee is paying the employer to gain critical first year's on-the-job experience.
This is the most LinkedIn post. What a great way to start a video. This is the most fucking LinkedIn psychotic behavior I've seen in a while.
As opposed to them being paid wages, or even as a free intern. This will be like a college education where prestigious learning opportunities will be pay to play. And this might even become an extended curriculum to the regular college experience. So you know how I'm always saying if companies didn't have to pay you to work for them, they wouldn't?
Yep.
Well, we've arrived. Only now they want you to pay them for the opportunity to work there. We've finally with what? The money they would have earned working somewhere? But they can't because they're busy working for the company. So how do they keep the lights on? How do they pay their rent? How do they eat? How do
You become a human battery.
they survive to keep coming into work to keep paying you? So they have to pay you to go to work for you and then leave work and go to a job and get paid and then use that money to give it back to you. Is that
Yeah.
what's being suggested here? It will be pay to play. So if you're rich or you have parents with money or, you know, friends with money, congratulations, you'll make it. Can you imagine just applying to go to like Intel Community College or NVIDIA University where you pay them to learn?
I don't think that's inherently a bad idea. Actually getting like industry experience. The problem is they're not setting it up like what she's proposing isn't setting up an education system through these companies. It is you paying to do the job that you would have otherwise been paid to do, right? It's not necessarily bad to have like a certification system or something like that, but literally just doing the work and you're paying them. What a world.
The things that they would have originally paid you to train you on so that you can work there. But don't worry, we have some...
Oh yeah, training doesn't exist anymore. If companies don't have to train you, they absolutely won't. They will require you to do all of the training before you even apply. Good luck, and then you probably won't get the job anyway.
Evidence here on why this will happen. And the CEO speaks from direct experience, so you know it's got to be true. The learning curves, the awkward lessons, the facepalm, wow, this kid knows nothing moment that were endured because you had no other choice in raising the future mid-level class of your company are no longer necessary. That same
Also, do pay attention to this part here. Cooper AI co-founder and CEO. What is your bet that this is someone who thinks that you can replace an entire engineering team purely with AI?
energy can now go to AI. That's so much
Oh, yes. Pre-watched, apparently.
smarter in the practical sense, is an insanely fast learner, doesn't forget what you said once you say it, doesn't complain, take sick days, have other Gen Z or Gen Alpha issues, and 5, can scale so that if you teach it
Gen
once...
Z or Gen Alpha issues, as in wanting to have a life outside of work.
It's like you trained an entire cohort of analysts, not just one. The learning curves, the awkward lessons, the facepalm, wow, this kid knows nothing. Then why did you hire them? That sounds like a hiring manager mistake. And you're only doing it because you have no other choice, because you want to raise the future mid-level class of your company. I mean, imagine showing up to work, clocking in, and then cash apping your company real quick.
I'm just so honored to be able to pay you for the opportunity to generate revenue for the shareholders. Wow.
I mean, the tone of it is, there is no legitimate reason to endure the fresh graduate. Weren't you a
you don't have to hire them. But at the end of the day, if you don't hire, like, if nobody hires the fresh graduates, you don't develop your, like, mid-level and senior employees.
A fresh graduate too at one time? Except for this, we must train the leaders of tomorrow. But we won't. We'll take the easy, immediate wins with AI, ROI, and shareholder value. I love how they talk about fresh graduates as if it's like a chronic disease. You have to endure the fresh graduate, caught a case of the junior developer again. Imagine what it's like working at this company, which, by the way, is an amazing AI company you would have never have guessed. They all need to get together and just start using the motto, wrap it before you tap it. The market, that is. So, how will we train the future humans out of the loop?
How will we train the future humans out of... Oh my...
You're smart enough to govern the outputs of AI?
The seniors smart enough to go... How do they become seniors?
The only answer I see is the one I started this post with. It sounds like you're pretty narrow-minded then for a CEO. We must pay for the opportunity to work somewhere. But they say gain experience. Gaining this early experience, despite AI's advantages, means that we must pay out of our pockets to cover the value differential. And by the way,
Here's the fun thing about AI, which a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of these AI systems are being... Well, actually, all of them. All of these AI systems are being heavily subsidized. Right now is the cheapest it is ever going to be. When these companies need to be profitable... Oh, you better hope you have some really good AI, because it's gonna get very expensive very quickly, and we'll see if the value proposition is still there.
Talking head out there saying that the future rests on teaching our kids how to use AI properly. Please, that will come naturally. It's like saying teaching your kids how to use the internet. The bigger question is, how can we teach them about their full potential as humans when they'll have AI doing everything for them? Well, you don't reach your full human potential by paying someone else to work for them. It's already bad enough to work for free as an intern, but paying them to work there with money that you'll get somehow, I don't know, is insane. Like, how do they live? How do they stay alive? How do they pay their bills? They take out more student loans to go to a corporate university? It'd be corporate loans. Except now you're trained in one thing at one company, and hopefully they keep you. Quick pause. Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN, and the internet is honestly kind of a mess right now. We have scams, phishing links, fake websites, fake AI profiles, sketchy public Wi-Fi, but most people don't really think about any of it until it goes wrong. NordVPN lets you protect your internet connection with a single click, encrypting your traffic so your data stays private and secure, especially when you're on public Wi-Fi, like at a cafe, airport, or hotel. And because I live and work in the desert in the middle of nowhere out of my fifth wheel full time, I use Starlink. And the download speed is great, but the uploads, it leaves a bit to be desired. So what I do sometimes is I'll occasionally use public internet connections to upload things. And that's when I make sure my NordVPN is on. Because public Wi-Fi is where your data is the easiest to intercept. And one feature I really like is the Threat Protection Pro, which helps block phishing sites, malware, or even fake online stores before they can cause problems. And it'll warn you if you're about to click on something sketchy. It can also scan downloads for malware and block dangerous ads automatically. And it includes a dark web monitor, which scans for leaked credentials and alerts you if your information shows up somewhere it shouldn't. Basically, it's like having cybersecurity guardrails while you browse the internet. Go to nordvpn.com/JoshuaFluke and get 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. And it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Huge thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video and letting me upload it safe on public Wi-Fi, which is what I did today. I can't imagine publicly talking about the workforce like this and then having any applicants for your company. I mean, especially when you look at what they do. Oh, look, executives who use Cooper make better informed decisions. Cooper uses natural language to generate insights and deliver high-impact opportunities. Wow, you can create data and charts and graphs. All of the stuff that you can do with this AI, you can do in ChatGPT right now by yourself. In fact, you could just start investigating this company, screenshotting everything.
What's your bet that AI is just like a wrapper around Jeopardy?
Looking at what they do and how they do it, and then paste it into ChatGPT and say, how could I recreate this right now? Give me the simplest options in 5 steps. What are the technologies they use? How could I implement that? I mean, your startup is cooked. Let's have a look at this AI company, and I want to figure out what it does and how it does it. Could you give me a breakdown and reverse engineer what Cooper AI is and how I could make my own version of Cooper AI and do it better? And give me all the technologies I would need, list them out for me, and give me a step-by-step instruction manual on how to create something just like Cooper AI, but better, and less of an obvious ChatGPT wrapper. So this is what it does, and this is how it likely works. Okay, data foundation. Okay. Now, what you'd need to build your own. See, front end, real-time streaming, back end, Analytical engine. Okay. I don't think CEOs are in here typing, how do we measure and define success? No. How to stand out. Showcase your networking capabilities.
Ooh.
So it's not what you know, it's who you blow. Amazing. And then join us. Be part of the Cooper family.
I love the corporate family thing. It's like, ooh, the family always has each other's back until we need to fire you, and then we immediately don't want anything to do with you.
Where AI meets enterprise performance, as long as you're not a junior, because in the near future we might be charging you to work here, okay? The honest truth is everything is cooked with AI. I mean, you can just go take a picture of anything and say, how is this made? How can I make that? How could I make it right now for free with what I have? Or where could I get the free materials? But what do you think? Would you pay an AI company to work for them because they're telling you there's no entry-level value to be found for you? I didn't think so. I think what we should be doing is teaching people how to use AI to reverse engineer other people's AI companies, or reverse engineer anything they'd like to learn or make. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to see me call out more corporate nonsense like this and other AI rappers that nobody asked for. Oh, and big shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check them out with the link down in the description. Having said all that, I hope everyone is doing really well. You deserve it. It's all gonna work out, and I'll see you in the next one.
That was fun. It's been a long time since I watched a Joshua Fluke video. Like, a couple of years, I would say. Junior positions are dead. Yeah. Look, here's the solution. You should have been in this position 5 years ago. What do you do now? Fucked if I know. Fucked if I know, man. Make your own thing. That's basically it. I don't think there's any other good solution besides that. Yeah. Come in as a 10x dev. No, it's a 100x dev. You got to be a 100x dev minimum. If it's not 100x, you're just worthless.